And we're back painting reborn dolls. If you know what I mean, if you know, you know. We're painting reborn dolls. So I had to put back together my workspace because yesterday's live, we were building dolls in my workspace. And my gosh, I really had to rearrange my life just to do that video with you guys. So I really hope you appreciated it. And if you have not seen it, go back and watch it. Also, if you haven't registered your email with my website, you should register your email with my website. And when we have new dolls for sale, we'll let you know. So, hey, Kinley, Claudia, Amber, JJ Starwood, Gail, Alexandra, welcome to the party. I'm drinking so much caffeine today. I have my tea. This is a black tea bag with 2 chai tea bags. No sugar. So I'm going to pull an all-nighter. We'll see, we'll see. Hi, Angie. Hi, Dina. All right, we're back.
Did Angie see her video?
Yes, Angie saw the video of her. Angie's the one that won the giveaway, baby. She saw her video. She saw the video before I sent it to her. She said she got a notification, so YouTube was doing its job that day.
Oh, it's already public?
Yeah, the winner. Oh, the no, last night's live.
Oh, okay. I'm so confused. For some reason, I thought you already did a box packing. Maybe.
No, I need to put it in a box, but no.
Okay. Sorry.
So yeah, so that's where we are. But she had seen it before.
Cool.
These freaking brushes are not lasting as long as I feel like they used to. Oh no, this is.
Oh yeah, I meant to look at Walmart. Apparently they have those there.
Well, let's go. They're not close yet. Hey Melanie. Hey Gladine. Hey Danielle. Hi Yit. Fun with dolls and more. It says the reborn tink kits are coming. The ones I got from AliExpress for me to paint and my cousin to get the hair rooted. Oh, nice. Jota says, wow, so cute. Hi. Hello. So I thought I would recrease this doll that I did a trade for the Sally for Jackie. Its skin is challenging me.
You're so sweet, and I'm over here like, you need to root your own doll.
Yeah, true.
Oh, my poor baby, she's getting mistreated.
And then we got a Sally kit. I didn't realize I got a Sally kit from that kit dealer.
I didn't realize I ordered that.
I didn't realize I ordered that one, but I did. So now we got another Sally.
Woo!
And we're gonna be able to sell it.
Woo woo!
That was a very popular kit when it came out. Hard to find kit too.
Now hard to find.
Yeah. Hi Bonnie Miller. Hi Lauren.
Hello everybody.
Welcome to the party. The Reborn Princess party. Jackie calls me a princess. I guess it's better than her calling me a peasant.
Okay.
Hi, Donestia. Melanie's taking a break from ear sculpting. You're doing such a great job.
Yeah, Melanie. I enjoy seeing your work in progress photos on Facebook.
Hi, Andrea. Hey, Lisa. It's okay. Sometimes some people are going to have ugly souls, and that's just you. But that'll be fine. Jealousy makes people behave in ugly ways.
I gotta get on there.
She says, I don't like you. But don't worry, Lisa. We all love you. Don't worry.
She must like you if she left that comment.
She did.
Time to...
My haters are my biggest fans.
And that profile photo, she looks old enough to behave better than that.
Yeah. Instead, she behaves like trash. The doll I'm working on right now, I do not know the kit's name. It is such an old kit that I don't even know the sculptor. But the sculptor's name is on the neck, but like I totally don't recognize it. Amber says, how do you feel when people make offers on your artwork? I had someone offer a third of me when I was asking, told them no. You know, people don't make me offers on my artwork because I feel like that stopped once I got a website. When you don't have a website, I feel like they don't see you like as a business. You know, they don't see you like as you see Walmart and stuff. They see you as just like somebody who's painting dolls for fun, you know. So then I feel like they can make offers. They're more likely to make an offer because they don't see you as a business. They see you as doing this as your hobby. And once I started a website, I've never dealt with that. And then I also used to be like, when I would share prices before I had a website, to avoid that, I would just tell them no layaways, this is her price. You know, no offers. No layaways, no offers. They eventually start to catch on. But I don't take it personally. Like, also, I don't take it personally if somebody buys my doll, turns around and sells it more. That's what you should do. Art gains value if it's from an artist that has a very well-known name, plays a lot into that. I mean, your art skills do play a lot into that, but when people have large social media followings, people just want their merch because of their name and stuff. So the artwork should go up in value, so I don't take offense like if people buy my art dolls and sell them for more. I think, dang it, I should up my price. Clearly I'm selling too low. So I take it as a compliment.
Always Kayla just sent you.
Always Kayla. Oh, thank you, Always Kayla, for subbing. Yeah, I can understand taking the offense. I mean, I just don't take offense to it. I'm just like, I know that my dolls will sell for what I'm asking for, so I have no problem saying no. Because I know that it's not going to stick around for so long. Now, back in my younger days of reborning, like, sometimes a doll would be for sale for like a week or so, and I'd get an offer, and I'd be like, oh my god, yes. I need the doll sold. But, I just now, I'm like, I value myself, so I don't. I have, boundaries. Basically, I guess. Hi, Amber's Reborns. Hi, Zaylee. Fun with Dolls and More says, I'm almost finished with the reborn doll that I made to sell. I have to do make the magnet pacifier, glue the magnet, and glue the part to keep the ice in place. Nice! Way to go! Alexandria says, oh, I can't wait for you to sell a chunky baby. Hopefully I might be able to get it. I have 2 of them coming up. This one, she's a chubby baby. And then the Penelope by Alicia Toner. So that's what I've got in line for when it comes to chubby, bigger babies. So I thought today was Wednesday. My whole week, I do not know why, in my mind, I'm a day ahead. I honestly almost thought it was Thursday, but then I was like, nah, it's Wednesday. Jackie's like, no, it's Tuesday. It's like, son of a...
Sudden light storm.
Hi, Edmika. Oh, Ohio storms. Oh, no. Hi, Laura. Hi, Nisha. Creasing always takes so much time. I just uploaded a video on TikTok right before I came on her showing how I crease. I was creasing that doll actually. Hello, Linda. Thank you for joining us. Edmicast. I added a reborn doll story to my story because of you. Nice.
Aww.
Laura says I'm having a baby. Yay! That's fun. Luxury Style says, I have school soon, but I didn't do homework because I don't know what it is. Oh no. Yeah, they can get chaotic in here, Amber. We get a lot of people in here time to time and they get a little bit crazy. Alexandra said, the first doll you said when you were saying you're putting up 2 big dolls. This is the skull. This one right here is Ariella by Riva Chic. A big minute. I haven't even started the other doll kit.
When you said you were putting 2 big sculpts with 2 big dolls with sculpts, are those somewhat past?
Oh yeah, the Ariella by Riva Chic and the Penelope by Alicia Toner.
You already started working on Penelope?
No, but I'm going to. Soon. Just need to get some of these dolls out of my way. Yeah, I don't really like making toddler kids. Just too big. Plus, I prefer doing that newborn skin tone. It's Tuesday. This is just a long week. Then, at this rate, it's just a long week. Can't believe it. It's too long. Already too much has happened and it's just Tuesday. My gosh. I use a few different colors to make my creasing mix. Jazz Monique says, hi, I've been following you ever since I first got into Reborns around 3 years ago. Well, thank you. I'm happy to have you here. Hi, Elizabeth. What is this? This is just doll making. You know. Doll hobby, doll collecting.
How's the lighting for you?
It's fine for me. Same old, same old.
You can't tell any difference.
Yeah, I guess I can tell a difference. Hello, Evelyn. I think so. Can you?
I think so. I feel like we could do one more light in here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, the evolution of baby dolls, it's just insane how far they've come. They're very lifelike now. Have a good night, Alexandra. Hi, Karen. Tiffany says your art is so wonderful, beautiful babies. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'll knock that head down. Creasing takes so much time. I have to do it so many times too. Hello, Navaya. Tiffany, yeah, we like it out here. I mean, we miss California a lot, just like certain things about it. But it's nice out here. I mean, the weather is the most craziest part about this place. Like, the weather's chaotic. And the bugs are pretty crazy. But all in all, we're doing good. We're doing good, adjusting. getting into the rhythm of things. But probably by the time I get into the rhythm of things, it'll be winter and it'll be snowing again. It'll be total chaos. But it'll be fine because it won't be our first time. But like I'm already over the snow and it's not even here. I just don't in general like snow. Hi Shaylee.
And we're making, friends, I guess I would say. Like there's people that when we go out, that work at the places that we go to, they're there regularly. So, they greet us. They take interest in what we share with them and they share it with us. And it's been feeling more comfortable out here. I don't know what's the word.
Evelyn says, someday I would love to buy a baby from you. That would be awesome. I hope you can do that for yourself one day. Oh yeah, I'll have lots of... I fly through kits really fast, so surprisingly, they won't last too long. We'll have a supply for a minute, and then they're gonna be gone. But there's sometimes I don't fly through them as fast as I used to. I need to get back to that. Where is that person? Where is she? She's gone. Tiffany says, that's awesome on making connections. Maybe we can do like you did before, outings with other babies, and you all shop with other babies like back day. We do take the dolls out for some videos from time to time. Jump scare. Yeah, that happens when you come around this channel. I get jump scared all the time on TikTok. I'm like, how is this even legal? I think the silicones is harder just because the paint it's a more difficult process because it's a sticky process. But I mean, they're both pretty kind of equally challenging in their own ways. It's just silicone paint is, in my opinion, it's just a pain. It's difficult. It's sticky, so stuff sticks to it. Hey, crafting mom. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I'll have outings like with groups of people or anything. I don't have any friends. I don't like know. I don't.
I don't have any friends.
I don't know anybody like in person that's into the reborn dolls.
Right.
And at the rate I get backstabbed, I'm honestly not looking for friends right now. I'm scared. Oh gosh. I look back at all the friends that have been in my past videos and most of them have backstabbed me.
Yep.
They've been some of the shadiest people in my life. I only met them because of the dolls. We would have never met if it hadn't been for the dolls. Oh my gosh, I saw some of the cutest little baby dolls at Walmart today. They're called Lula Baby. but they go in the bath and they're cloth. They're super cute. I shared a video of them on Instagram, so you should go check it out. But they're adorable. And they seem to, I mean, there was a sign above their head. It said they were $4.94, so I don't know. I almost got one, but I didn't. Talked myself out of it. But yeah, so it was cute. Oh, it's cutie. Okay, that doll has me really stumped on its skin color. It's just because, ugh, the kit color is so peachy. I can't handle it. I don't know what to do with myself. It's really gonna be, it's just gonna be a task to paint. That's all I gotta say. Hello, Jeanette.
This doll is absorbing paint like crazy. This doll.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, I can't even blend them out.
Oh, it's drying too fast?
Well, yeah, but it's just like absorbing it. Stop painting like the Jew.
Oh, yeah, they won't all paint the same. It's okay, you can do it. Just keep doing it. You're just gonna have to, I don't know. So I'm just working on some blushing on this little guy. This one's gonna be a preemie. So cute. Little hand. It's a cute little preemie kit. Evelyn says, I'm watching this with my pickle kit. I named her Kelly. I once had a boss and her name was Kelly. My brother once had a guy friend and his name was Kelly. We were like, I think he was in fifth or sixth grade. My aunt had a boyfriend named Kelly too.
I had a teacher with the last name of Kelly.
Barbie has a little sister named Kelly.
Who?
Kelly.
Who?
Barbie.
Oh. Yes, she does.
Heather says, I can't wait to see the preemie kit that's yet to be debuted. Yep, you might just have to buy it.
What preemie?
I think this. Oh, yeah, I think I might be keeping that one in my collection. Yeah, that's right. That one, duh. The one by Natalie Scholl. Yeah. Hi, Springle. But yeah, that one. That one. That's where we are. Yeah, that one is really cute. I believe I have painted it once. But it was a very long, long time ago. I'm not looking forward to painting it because of its vinyl color, but I'll just deal with it. What are we gonna do? I'm not fine. That color is very Like I'm being challenged by this peachy one. That brown one is worse. It's like a gray brown color. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a keeper. I have so many that are a keeper. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. They're all just gonna have to sit on a shelf and look at me, and I think that that might be best. Then I can see their little faces. Just get a bookshelf and have them sitting in there. And then a couple in the cribs, you know? Oh, I see a nursery update again in the future. Molly, I just kind of just like, well, so she got turned into a Grinch, which I was fine with making videos with her, but YouTube doesn't like those videos. When she's a Grinch, YouTube marks them for kids, which kind of like slightly penalizes my channel. I don't know. YouTube's really crazy. Because if they feel the need to, they can make your channel made for kids if you get marked like too many times with these things. It's, I don't know. Anyways, something like that. So I don't feature her as a Grinch because it gets me in trouble with YouTube. But I am getting her kit again because this lady that has the kits for the amazing price has that kit. And I am going to make her into a human baby and bring her back. I just don't know when. I have so much I need to do, and I really just need to, like, get it together.
Today.
Get it together as in, like, last year. You're a little late to the party. Hey, sugar honey iced tea.
Sugar, how you get so fly?
So, yeah. That's, where we were at that one. Where's your pink slip? Word past pink slip. You're gonna get the belt.
Like the old school days.
Like the days back when you were in grade school. Just kidding. She's not that old. But she's, you know, she's not that old.
I can't believe the teachers used to hit the children back in the day.
They were probably better behaved. They probably grew into better behaved adults than some of these ones. Yeah, YouTube really is a Grinch. I'm over it with them. You can't get anywhere with them. Everything is your fault, and I just can't. I've been asking them for help for years on a specific thing, and I've just given up because it's my fault. I'm like, okay, well, this is where we are. Ella's in here. Is this Tomorials, Ella? Awkward if it's not. Willy Wonka who? Willy Wonka you. Willy Wonka you. Heather says we all learned by getting a whooping. I got a many whoopings.
They want to admit to it now that they did that to you.
Seems like funny how parents forget things as you grow up. I see that with Jackie's mom a lot. Hi, Mara.
Actually, when I start talking about how my mom treated me as a child, she tells me to shut up. No, she remembers. She's like, shh, 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 shh. Like, what, you don't want me to tell people how? Yeah, I won't say.
Tomorrow says, or sugar honey iced tea.
Sugar honey.
Says, no, that's not her. She is riding her bike.
Aw, that's a good kid.
Oh, okay. I was like, who are we talking about?
Ella.
That's hilarious.
You forgot already?
Yep. I'm just like, huh? Doesn't make any sense. She's in the wrong chat. I can tell you're watching someone else's video when your chat doesn't make sense with my conversation. But yeah. Riding her bike, that's fun. It's out there being a kid. Heather says, squirrel. Oh, yeah. That's how I feel right now. I'm like, where are we at? What are we talking about? I'm so confused. Okay. Magic May says, I want one. By next Thursday, I'm hoping to have quite a few for sale. We got to get through some rain days, and I'm just going to like mass upload them. So it'll be like, how fun would it be to shop through several babies versus one baby at a time? It's kind of like a little mini catalog. Just a few pages to a catalog. Yeah, they took a good amount of time to make for sure. I will have, yeah, I'll have a few. Hopefully by next Thursday, I'm going to have 3 available for sure. I need to get more done, actually. I got to work harder. I'd like to have 4. If I could get this one's progress more, oh my gosh, if I could have 5 by next Thursday, that would be amazing. But that's when we're going to have sun. But what will just be amazing is I just want to upload them all onto the website at the same time. So maybe I have to take the photos in 2 days span. But I want to upload them all at the same time. And then send out an email, and it makes everybody rush over to go see which one they want. Which one am I going to get? I think that'd be cool. Hi, Yvonne. We don't have a P.O. box. But you could contact me privately and I could maybe figure out something. So if you are following me on any other social media platform, you can contact me and we can figure out something. Hey Lisa, we're doing good. How are you? You just need to follow my website. That's where I sell my dolls. Okay. We'll let that guy dry for a little bit. Let's see. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Little bit. Where's my cup with my pencil sharpener? There it is. Demetria, I understand. Bills are just freaking off. Life is just too expensive. You know, it's just like I totally understand what you are going through. That's part of the reason why we moved to Kentucky, is to try to save, to be able to have like a more affordable life. It's just so expensive. So these are my basic art dolls. I'm almost, well, you know what? I need to crease them. I was working on the hair. I've done 2 layers of pencil hair now. I need to do a 3rd. But I think I would rather work on the creasing. Oh, and Nada, look it. This is the little top hat you sent me. The milk glass top hat. It works great as a paintbrush holder. I needed it because I had too many cups because they were smaller, and this one's bigger. So I was born and raised in California, and the day before Thanksgiving we were in Kentucky. So we've been living here now because like we're saving some money here on some things for sure. And California is just getting out of control with everything. So, yeah. I mean, that's not why we left California. We left because of other reasons too, but that's like one of them. There's many reasons. But now we're just here. Yeah, and Melanie says existing is expensive. That's why all the hustle. Yeah. That's why everybody's got to get a side hustle going. Something. It's just, it's crazy expensive. Like, I don't know. And Fresno, like, we get emails from PG&E or stuff, and it always talks about how they're upping their electric, and it's like, man, I don't know how these people on a set income are going to do it. Because it's not like they can be like, oh, I need to go make a doll to cover this bill, you know. It's a set income. Yeah, and I don't even have health care. I do my best to stay out of there. I don't trust the system. So I turn to herbs and all that stuff. But yeah, it is too expensive. When I used to pay for insurance, oh my gosh. I was working for a company where they were still paying a part of my insurance, and my part was just expensive. And then even like, okay, like the water in California, water, sewage, and garbage is cheaper than Kentucky. But like cable was like $250 for my cable and internet. And I only had to have the cable because they set it up that way that you have to have the cable with the internet to get the best speeds. It was $250. My cable and internet here is $83 a month. It's so cheap. And my electric bill in Fresno would be between $500 and $1,000. It just depends on the month. And that was before all these freaking price increases they've had. Here, last month was $100, $95. The month before was like one something. Like, it's gonna be a little bit more right now because we're using the AC, but it's not gonna be as much. And the food, I won't lie, the food at the grocery store is the same, if not more expensive than California. Some of the things I'm like, their eggs are way more expensive than California. Some of the stuff I'm like, God, it's a lot more here. But then there's some stuff that's cheaper, like their watermelons.
Did you say they're watermelons?
Yeah.
Really? They're cheaper here?
Oh, that's right. We were buying from Iran, so I can't even remember.
No, that is expensive.
Yeah, so I don't know how much the watermelons are there. I don't remember.
I can't remember because, yeah.
But, the gasoline's cheaper. The fast food is cheaper, and the restaurants are cheaper. I will tell you that the fast food out here. See, California is a state where it's really hard to get fired. It's like they have to go through so many hoops and all this stuff because they have, the employees back versus the employer. So they make them jump through hoops. Out here, you can get fired for just pretty much anything. So they really, just showing up late, or being out sick. Like, I've heard some crazy stories here. So it's an at-will employment, So when it's that way, then you have to do quality work. California, you don't have to do quality work because it's really hard to get fired. So you're like, psh, I don't have to do it as good. It's going to take more work to fire me than to keep me. So yeah, the food out here, presentation, way better. And it tastes way better. And this is fast food. We were like
We're
tripping
talking like
out.
McDonald's, Taco Bell,
We don't eat McDonald's.
Domino's Pizza.
We hadn't had McDonald's in years, but because of all the other fast food tasted so much better out here, we had to try it. It tasted the same. I was not impressed with McDonald's lunches.
I really like my Big Mac.
Their breakfast, well, my fillet of fish was just not.
Yeah.
So, but but yeah, that's one thing we've noticed. It's much cheaper at the fast foods and the restaurants. The food is like amazing. It's crazy. Welcome back, Luxury Styles. Michigan, I got fired for messing up orders on the drive-thru. I wore hearing aids and they still kept putting me in drive-thru. Yeah, see, that wouldn't fly in California. All of a sudden they'd have a lawsuit. Yeah, if you have like any kind of impairment or disability, you definitely won't get fired easily in California. Like, because when they do, there's big old lawsuits everybody can file. Discrimination. You're a sucker for McDonald's fries and nuggets, Danielle. I used to like McDonald's food, but TikTok has showed me some horrible truths about McDonald's, and I can't. I won't eat there. But we just had to experiment this time. And I used to love the nuggets, and the nuggets, once you see what's in them, it's horrific. I just can't. But I used to love them too. I used to work at McDonald's when I was in high school. I don't really have a time frame of how long it takes on the dolls. Some take longer than others. I've never tracked my time. Yeah, you don't even need that in California. They've got really, I mean, as an employee, they have really good laws and stuff, protection, but then they get stuck with a lot of employees that just aren't cutting the job. Hey, Jen Finnan, long time no see.
Hi, Jen.
Hello, April. We're just working on multiple dolls. Have a good night, Demetria. Hi, Dawson Ferry. Hi, Miss Missy. You were in Germany for 7 weeks and then busy. Nice. It's so cool everywhere you get to go with your job.
So I figured out what to do so that I can still blend it, because you know how I like to blend.
Yeah.
So I put a little bit of that paint in the jar, because I don't know if you noticed, I made so much paint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't need that much paint to do what I'm going to do. So I grabbed another jar and put a little bit of that paint in there. And I added linseed oil.
Okay.
So the oil won't allow it to dry so quickly.
Okay.
And then I can blend it.
Well, that's good.
That seems to be working. Excuse me. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? This is not working out. I'm about to freak out.
April says hello to you.
Just like stress out. What?
April says hello.
Oh, hi, April Hot. I see you.
Danielle asks if that's Holly in the car seat. No.
It looks like Holly. She's awake.
It's not Holly. I'm debating keeping this one for my collection. I might be selling Presley. I don't know. I don't know if I should keep Presley and keep this one. But I kind of feel like I should sell Presley and keep this one. Then I'm kind of thinking maybe I should keep this one and Presley and grow like my collection super big that maybe one day I could open up a little storefront. I don't know. No, not that. But maybe
why not? Dream big.
Maybe one day I'll just like, I don't know, join a street festival and share my dolls, and I want to have a lot to sit out there. I'm not really sure. But I feel like I should just have a big collection just because. Then I don't know if I want to keep Presley part of that collection. So I'm not really sure. But then when I look at Presley and make a video with her, I'm like, you look so real. But then sometimes I'm like, I just don't like you. She's pretty, but it's a love-hate relationship with that doll right now. And typically when I have that kind of like feel with my doll, I'm like, yeah, you gotta go.
It's over.
It's over. We're done.
It's over. We're never going back.
Get out of here. Step to the left. Put it to the left. I don't want it. Need your drama. So yeah, I'm not really sure. But I absolutely love this Ellie Sue. Like, absolutely love it. So, and if you've been following for a long time, you know that Ellie Sue has been in my collection for a long time. It's, well, he's not been in the collection for a long time. Well, he was in it for a little amount, but I've had it a couple times. His name was Edwin. So, yeah, I don't know if I would keep this doll's name Edwin. Then I feel weird not having it as Edwin. I don't know, man. It's just a doll. Why you gotta make it so complicated? Anyways, it's just doll collecting. It's not that serious. But yeah, that's who that is. That's who that is. Holly is in the front room. She's in the front room somewhere.
Holly.
Right now, the doll is not that heavy because I have not weighted it.
She hasn't made it official. She just finished him. We put him together because I was supposed to take photos of him this week to upload him on the website to have him available for you guys. But then before we even got to that point, she's like, yeah, I think I'm going to keep this doll. I really like how he turned out. His skin tone is exactly what I envisioned. I really like him. So then I'm like, well, we don't necessarily need to sell him this month. Everything's been paid for. So, you know, keep him. But I don't know. She's having a hard time wondering if she should sell Presley or not, because typically if I tell her, yeah, you should sell the baby, she doesn't hesitate. But I'm like, I keep telling her, you might not be able to get the kid again. Because what's her edition number?
There's 1,000, but she's not sold out.
Yeah, but one day she will be sold out. That's the thing.
Well, I don't know if I like her or not.
Well, I guess you can sell her and buy the kit before she sells out, and then in the future, when you want her back, you make her.
Oh yeah.
That's another idea. I mean, maybe you don't like the way she turned out, let's say, because I mean, well, why are you selling her?
No, I mean, she's nice.
No,
like,
she is nice.
She's nice,
I know,
but
you're. Yeah.
so, it doesn't 100% jive with me and my collection. I don't know, but then I think she does. Like, I think she's great. Jen Finnan said, "My very first custom you ever did was an Ellie Sue, and I still have her." That was a long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah, I love the Ellie Sue kit, but I never see that one as a girl. Never. Never. I always see it as a boy. So in my collection, it will be a boy. It's just never, I don't know what it is. I know it's sculpted after a girl, a real little girl, but like, I just can't see that one as a girl. That's the same with Twin A. Twin A is supposed to be like a girl. I always see that one as a boy. I rarely see it as a girl. But, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Sophie.
So happy I figured this out. I figured it out. I figured my painting out, you guys. I was like, what? And then I'm like, let me try this. And it worked out, and I'm so excited.
That's good.
So excited. Because at first I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long night. And now I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, yay. Sorry, I get too excited.
No, it's fine. Yeah, Twin A, yeah, I always get boy vibes from that one too. I already know how I'll introduce the Edwin to my channel.
Sorry.
But I have to figure it out. Show us the secrets. We don't share secrets.
I'll share my secrets with tomorrow.
No more.
Tomorrow and Heather and Gail.
And maybe a few others.
Maybe a few others I can't think of right now.
Melanie says it's always awesome to have you break through in the live.
Oh, well, I'm happy to know that because sometimes I'm quiet because I'm like, I'm probably really annoying. Steph's like, how come you don't talk more? And I'm like, honestly, because maybe, I think that maybe the things that come out of my mouth are just not very smart, so it's just better if I stay quiet.
You're so dumb.
I know, it's just like, you're crazy. I'm like, okay, I'll talk more. But if I get really quiet, it's only because I'm very concentrated, like what I'm doing. Steph will ask me something and I'm like, oh. She's like, what are you doing? I'm very concentrated. I'm sorry. I'm here though. Thank you, Jen. No, but honestly, that's why sometimes I used to, there was a period where I wasn't talking at all and Steph asked me why. She's like, I really need you to talk more. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just, I don't want to, sound annoying. Sometimes I think I'm annoying. So, sorry.
You're crazy.
I know.
Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you. You won't know how to pronounce it either.
I see. Crafting Mom says, hey, I talk a lot. My husband has to tell me, baby, slow down. But he said he still loves me the way I am. Aw, that's so sweet. Sometimes I could talk a lot too. If I'm very excited and happy, I'll just go on and on and on about the same thing. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'm just so excited.
Mm-mm. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says she's a professional annoyance. I talk and talk.
No, you're not. At least I've never felt that way. Oh, which reminds me, I need to get back to your text message. We got all busy with the cats. And then we're like, we're hungry. Had to make some food. And they're like, oh, I gotta go live.
Oh my god, you know it sounds good, but they're closed. Ugh!
Who? What?
Sakura.
Sakura? Oh my gosh. Really? I thought you said you were gonna, eat better.
I am, but it's good. I just said it sounds good.
Yeah, sure does. That one makes my stomach hurt.
I gotta start packing up dolls to go home. Yep, this is how babies are made.
Sometimes too loud, says Danielle. I pride myself on being a nuisance, says Heather. Ella says I never stop talking. Heather says she talks fast and loud when she's excited. Yeah, see, I'm the same way.
When I'm excited, I get angry. Just kidding.
Is that how you say Duchess?
Duchess.
So, hi, I like your babies. How many babies do you have? I like the one that has red hair.
I have a few dolls. I don't know how many I have. 5? I think I have 5 that are like in my collection right now. And then I have 2, 3 more I want to add right now. And then after that, I got like 10 more I want to add.
Danielle says, I never realized how much my hearing loss affected me until I got tubes in my ears. I never realized my volume either. I used to be embarrassed by it sometimes because people would point it out. People are just not nice. Ella says when she's working on something and has no one to talk to, she just talks to herself. I do that too sometimes. I just talk to myself. And Steph's like, what? I'm like, no, nothing. I'm just talking to myself.
But she was talking about me when she was talking to herself.
No, I wasn't.
These are basic art dolls I'm working on now, but they have sold already.
I love that you do this, says Ella, and I was wondering how you got into making dolls. I love to tell that story. Well, I like to hear that story. I don't necessarily have to tell it. Stephanie can tell it.
Tell it. I don't want to tell it.
I don't want to tell it.
I'm just kidding.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell it.
No, you tell it.
You tell it. Because you love to tell it.
Well, once upon a time, in a very faraway land, about
where two lesbians were at home.
Oh gosh. Very far away land, aka California.
There lived two lesbians and one daughter.
Oh no. Now we're getting very descriptive. Yeah, go ahead, finish it off.
No, that was all I had.
I'm about to do mottling, so I gotta concentrate again.
One night, those two lesbians were scratch, backspace, delete. One day, one of the lesbians was collecting Monster Highs and was sending the other lesbian to Target and Walmart all day long while she was working and not working to look for Monster High dolls. And
this was back in 2011.
Yeah, 2011.
So back in 2011.
Back in 2011, that's when this story takes place with these girls. And so and the one lesbian said, "Hey, I'm tired of running to the store all the time for them to not be there."
Monster High dolls were so popular.
Yeah, the first wave.
Very, very hard to find at Target and Walmart.
You're ruining my story.
Go ahead. I'm done.
This was like a story. And then I said, go on eBay and look for your Monster High dolls and order them there. That way you can for sure get what the heck you're wanting, because I'm tired of going to the stores and they don't have the ones you want. So said lesbian jumped on the internet and when we went to see the Monster High dolls, we saw a category that said reborns, and
we clicked
Stephanie, which is one of the lesbians' names, happens to be mine.
Oh my God.
Who's in love with Reborns 2011 now, but at that point she was a nobody. She was just Stephanie. I clicked on the Reborns and I had to have one because I've loved dolls since I was little. And the other lesbian named Jackie, who happens to be Mexican and I'm white, she told me to buy one for Christmas. So I picked out my own Christmas gift. And yeah. And then Jackie was like, I can make these.
No, then, well, I mean, yeah, true.
Something like
but
that.
But after she got her doll, which I was very scared of at first because, I'm like, oh, doll's scary. Doll's scary
movies. It's creepy.
It's going to get up at night and walk. So when it was in our room,
I had to cover its face.
She would have to cover it with a blanket so that I could fall asleep.
Poor little thing.
I'm like, please cover it. I'm so scared of it. Eventually, I got over, really quickly, I got over it, and I was like, wait, these are really cute. Then I was finding myself holding the doll while I was studying, because I was a college student during this time. So I'd hold the doll.
She was a UC Davis student.
Yeah.
Not just a college student.
Know what that is.
It's okay, look it up.
And then I was like, wait, I want one of these. So a couple weeks later, after she got her first doll, I was on eBay and I bid on, which I had no idea what I was bidding on. It was your classic reborn doll, which they just took a Behringer doll kit and painted it. She was really cute. I named her Emily Rose. I actually gave her to somebody that I became really good friends with during the earlier times of reborning. She's still around, and I chat with her now and then. But I gave it to her because, I really cared about her and I wanted to give her something, so I gave her my doll. But anyway, that's another story.
Girl.
So then I was like, wait, who's making these dolls? Like, is there a factory? Is there a professional studio? Like,
Tell me
who are
who.
making these dolls? And then I
I'm
found
so
out.
mad right
I went
now.
online and I found out that you can buy doll kits, and you can buy paints, and you can buy everything you need to make a reborn doll.
Everything you need to make your dreams
I
come
was
true.
like, oh my gosh,
OMG.
I want to get my hands on something like this because I want to learn how to make a reborn doll.
And be famous.
No, I was just like, I want to learn how to
We
make
never
a
thought
reborn
about
doll.
that.
And
We just. Oh, but let me insert here. The
Insert
reason
here.
we're on YouTube is because I wanted to feel normal, and Jackie told me to go on normal for being an adult who collects dolls. She said to go on YouTube
right.
and look for doll people there.
Okay, go on YouTube and look at reborn dolls. I am sure there's reborn doll videos.
And I typed YouTube as U, the letter U, and two.
Because she's never used YouTube before. In 2011, she had never used YouTube before. And I was like, what are you typing? She's like, YouTube. I'm like, no, it's you as in Y-O-U.
I did
use. Not the letter U.
I did use YouTube before to watch Michael Jackson's funeral.
Oh my God.
But it was already open on the computer. Okay?
So that was so funny.
And I had no purpose to be on YouTube. Well, at least I thought I didn't. I didn't realize what YouTube was. I wasn't
It's okay. It's okay.
a social media
She
person.
Was, she was how old were you? Like
Old enough.
28 years old.
When Michael Jackson passed away? I don't know. It was before I met you.
No, when we started. No, 29 years old.
I was 28 when we started. When I met you.
No, I know. So you were 29 years old when we found it all together.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway,
that's how that goes.
so then I was like, I gotta get some money so that I can buy some of these dolls. Well, at the time, the website that I was looking at, they sold like a reborn starter kit. So you got your kit, your paints, your weighing material, your mohair, your needles, and a DVD tutorial. So I can't remember how much it was exactly.
It was like $1.99 or $2.99.
It was like between $150 to $200.
It was not cheap.
So I was like, okay. So then eventually I got that money and I bought it. And then it came in the mail.
And the rest is history.
The rest is really history. We've been making dolls ever since.
For 14 years now. And have landed ourselves on TV a couple times. Fuse have had a lot of media pieces written about us. It's been an adventure.
Well, mostly my wife.
And mostly
She's
me.
the one that they want to,
Talk
interview.
to. They need to talk to me. And I mean, here we are. We never planned to have large social media followings, but it happened. It just happens everywhere I go because TikTok has got a large following too. I don't know what's going on. People just like me, but I don't. It's not even about liking. It's about that algorithm. But anyways,
Yeah, then it just became, when you first started. I don't know if you guys was too. It just became an obsession. Just bought a doll kit after doll kit. See, back then the doll kits were a lot.
they were a lot cheaper.
Not the
yeah.
limited edition ones. They've always been $100. Well, back then they were $100. Now they've gone up in price, but there was cheaper doll kits. So we were buying doll kit after doll kit. My first reborn doll, I didn't sell it. I actually kept it. I don't know where it's at now, but I never sold it. Then after my second reborn doll, I put it on eBay, let it starting bid 99 cents. The first one sold for like $90. Soon after, people started asking for customs, and then I'm always trying to learn how to make the best doll. So at the time there were some tutorials on YouTube, but back then Cassie Brace, which she was Cassie Peak,
Yeah.
she used to be called Precious Little Baby Dust, along with a lady named Rachel Menard. She used to be a sculptor, but she left the industry almost 10 years ago. So Rachel Menard and Cassie Peak, also known as Cassie Brace or Cassie Love, they had a series of DVDs called Precious Little Baby Dust, and they taught you how to paint, taught you how to root, taught you how to. Did they do hair painting series too?
I think so.
Man, I regret selling my DVD, because that is just such a treasure to have right now. But their tutorial was the most informative at the time, so I took their tutorial, learned it, took notes, and then I made my own techniques. I changed their mixes and, developed my techniques from there. So really, they taught me a lot, those two women.
Nice to see you, lovely Davis.
And then my wife just learned from watching me and my mistakes.
Yep, I sure did. I let her make the mistakes, and then I was like, well, I know what to do now. But it took a long time for me to get the hang of it.
I hope you guys like that story.
Freaking hate that story. Ooh. Yeah, it took a long time for me to get the hang of it, but, got it down now. I mean, it's still a challenge.
Then everything just became about reborn, woke up, reborning all the way till bedtime.
Yeah, I got
did nothing but reborning, and
we're trying to get back to that life.
Yeah, we are trying to get back to that life. And yeah, it was just, those were some days.
Reborning and social media has always been my thing. And I didn't always do this. I used to run huge landscaping companies.
And when we started in the reborn world, it was very, very, very small.
Yeah, it was super small. There was hardly anybody with reborns on YouTube.
Very small community. It's blown by a million. Like, it's crazy how many people now know about the reborns. It's crazy how many people make them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's grown a lot since 2011. And I mean, the reborns existed obviously before we got into it, but they'd only been around like maybe a decade before we got into it. But it was a very small community then. It's like everybody knew everybody, and there was definitely no reborn doll police.
No.
It was in the works.
The Karens were in the works.
But yeah.
Melanie says it was a good story time. Yeah, the basic art dolls get Prisma penciled hair, and then I seal it with varnish once I'm done. And I use a heat set varnish, so Genesis heat set.
What was I using? A different kind of what? Is it the pencil? It's only for one particular color. It's the black. So for my ethnic dolls, I do use a particular kind of pencil. They sell it at Hobby Lobby. I actually don't have it right now because I ran out of it. But I did share it in one of my videos. I can't remember exactly which video, but one of my painting videos with Pickle, I do pop up the photo in there. If that's what you're talking about.
The kit I'm working on right now is Meadow. I'm working on 2 Meadows, but they have both sold.
I think it might be called General. I can't remember. You have to go see in my videos. Like I said, I don't have the pencil. I used it all.
1 doll is for Jolene, and 1 doll is for a first-time buyer with me. Her name is Viola. This one is for Viola that I'm working on at the moment. I got a bunch of. I don't really take custom orders that often because typically, if I tell you 4 months, it's gonna take 6 months. If I tell you 3 weeks, it's gonna take 6 weeks. I just, I work at my own pace. I don't like to be have. I don't like to be asked for work in progress photos because I don't really like to share work in progress photos because the doll changes so much during the progress. And with my experience, the buyer never really understands the progress, so they sometimes get like scared when they see how their doll can look and wonder how it's going to look so real at the end. So but this last month it first started with Bonnie. I took a custom from Bonnie for this one. She just needs her lashes now. A basic art doll. And then Jolene. And then Melissa. Then Nada. Then Viola. I bought all these customs. And I typically just say no because I just like I don't like to feel overwhelmed. Like I don't feel overwhelmed when I'm working on them. I feel overwhelmed when I get messages. And I'm like, oh god, stressing out. So I just took on a bunch of them. It's been fun. Like I have 3 of them almost. Well, Bonnie's just needs lashes, and these 2 girls are up and coming, almost done. And Nada and Melissa, we're waiting for kits to arrive, and we're gonna get started on those together. I actually took them on because I goof around a lot during the day, and I need to take my life more serious.
Oh, she's finally admitting it.
I should do more work than I do. I freaking lollygag a lot. I get lost in my feelings and my thoughts. So I figured I'm just gonna take the work and just overwhelm myself mentally so I can just work more and apply myself. So that's what I did. So yeah. So you never know. If you ask for custom, I just might say yes. But yeah, so I even had to buy a notebook today to write down all my customs. I was like, I have so many customs, I need to write these down.
Did I leave that? Oh yeah, I left that on your desk. Yeah. Lovely F. Davis says, is pencil easier than painting?
I mean, yeah, pencil's easier than painting, but it's a good start. So like before I painted hair, I did pencil hair for a long time. So it's a good starting point, And it looks all right. It's not bad. I mean, it works. It's better than a bald baby. Nothing wrong with a bald baby. I was born with pretty much no hair, so. Bald babies are realistic babies, except they have like peach fuzz. But yeah, it's a great starting point. That's how I got into painted hair. I mean, although I did have somebody teach me, but I've been doing penciled hair for a long time.
And they're different looks too. Depends on what you like.
They're very different looks. And sometimes, right now I'm on a kick of doing painted hair and mixing penciled hair in it as well. I really like the depth it's adding. So, yeah.
If you need to take a bathroom break, I can always entertain.
I've actually been fine. Surprisingly. I eat so much fruit. I'm always like, I gotta go pee.
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to go for a second time. I can only imagine how you feel.
I actually don't feel like I need to go. But yeah, so I'm getting close to having these ones done too. They're like the basic artwork is just like the fundamental layers of my artwork. It's certain things I can do to make it look realistic, but not as realistic as my full art dolls. But it just allows me to offer another price range with my clientele or other people that can't afford my higher price dolls. So that's why I came up with the basic art.
Sweet of you, I think.
I've been trying to think of another art style I can do that's even cheaper than these
Yeah.
to offer as well. Because I have, you know, fans with, or followers, whatever you want to call yourself, um, different wallets. So I'm trying, like, I have a, like, if you have 150 budget, like, I have
Right, Elisa?
manufactured dolls available for artwork, for purchase. And they're weighted, and they come home with a little small box opening. My basic art is seriously what full art was around 2010. You know what's funny is, Elisa, is my basic art is a lot of what artists do right now. And yeah, I've had some people that are just like in wow of my basic art because it's like they compare it to their full art dolls and stuff, and they're like, yeah, it looks the same as these ones from these artists. So yeah, it's very similar to that in a lot of 2010 and even a lot of current artists. But to me, it's just like it's incomplete art, you know. So I see that, but I see how to everybody else like it looks so good, and I'm just like, no, it needs a lot more. But yeah, it does look good, but it still needs a lot more work. But I do this so it's more affordable for some people. So yeah. So I'm trying to find like another art range where I could put something. I get a lot of questions like, do you have a doll in the 300s? This is why you need to sell your dolls, Heather. A lot of people are looking for the dolls in the 300 range. And I'm like, no, I don't. So I'm trying to think of what I could do to offer a doll in the 300 range, which would mean I'd have to find an even more basic art style. And I already feel like this is so basic, but there are things that I could do that I don't do with this doll. But then, yeah, I just don't know. I haven't, that one I've been trying to figure out for some time now, what I'm gonna do there. I just don't know. I am wanting to try. So I just try to keep things, like, I know, I try to keep my artwork reasonably priced. I know to some it might seem high, but I should be charging more, but I don't. I try to just stay very competitive in however the economy is doing. Because, like, I want everyone to own my dolls. Like, I don't want to put my doll up there with painted hair and a poof, and I could probably put it up there for $1,300, but it may not sell as quick, and some people may not be able to afford it because it's too, you know, it's just not achievable. So I try to stay realistic with my prices because I don't want to be stuck with all my own artwork, but yet I want to make money at the same time and get paid for my talent. So I try to stay reasonable and fair to myself and to you guys all at the same time. So I'm trying to figure it all out. Okay. What have I done with you? Did I work on this? I did work on that. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Did I work on your legs already? No. I'm working on these two kids, so it's like confusing me as to what I did. I don't know. Because I've got both the limbs there. Well, dolls and fairy, I mean, I can agree to disagree on that. The price of the doll doesn't determine the quality of the doll. I've seen some amazing quality dolls, and they're $400, and their paint's been there 10 years later, or currently their paint's fantastic. So the price of the doll doesn't determine the quality of the doll. I personally have owned I don't know, I've probably owned like 20 different prototypes. And
Oh
those
my.
have been some of my worst invested
Oh yeah.
dolls. I've spent at the most $3,200 on a reborn. Worst investment ever. The doll never matched the photos. Nice, but it didn't match the photos. The paint came off fast, and the hair would come out very fast. And these are some prototype artists that are still in the industry. They take amazing photos, but when you see their work in person, you're like, huh? Doesn't match up. Anyways, so spent a lot of money. I learned with the prototypes I bought, I needed to sell them within the first month of owning them because they were going to start to fall apart. And I wanted to get my money back because I had spent, I was typically spending between $1,500 and $2,000 on these prototype dolls. So the money doesn't determine the quality. What determines the quality is when you follow artists' work for a long time and you see what they're producing, you see what people are sharing, and you see how they're lasting, you see how they're, the people talk about them. It's like, saying price just doesn't work. I mean, again, I've spent $6,000 on a silicone by one of the most top silicone artists in the industry. For it to look like it's missing air in person. Its coloring is purple, bluish, doesn't look alive. Just the silicone's starting to get bubbles in it. Like, yeah, that's a big misconception. Is a lot of people think, well, the more you pay, the better quality it is. No, I sell my dolls pretty reasonably cheap, and their quality is very high. And even when I was selling my dolls at $500, my full artwork, the quality was still very high. So it's really a reputation of the person that starts to determine the artwork, I feel like. And then that's how you feel like you're buying quality. But that's just my 2 cents on it. I have seen some people selling dolls in my doll group for like $200. And I'm like, that doll is gorgeous. You need to be selling it for like, can you try $500 at least? So some people don't, they don't know how to price their artwork for what they produce, so they'll underprice. But again, that doesn't determine their quality. So I don't want people to start thinking that when you see a high priced doll, that immediately means quality, because most of the time you will be highly mistaken. I feel like every doll I've paid $1,000 or more, I've just got shafted on. I'm just like, I cannot believe it. And then you look at their feedback and you're like, why is it all positive? Why do you guys just kiss butt? Why don't you tell the truth? I always got to be the one that wrecks everything. I always got to come in here and be like, nah, I don't think so. Jay's Doll World said, I've been watching the 2025 Expo videos and some of the prices were nuts and others were good. $1,800 for Saskia. Here's my opinion about that doll show. One, that is the Karens of the reborn industry. So you have a lot of narcissistic people, in my opinion. And they think they are the best. And they will never share another artist's work. They'll praise them in person, but behind the door, they're talking about you. So those people selling there, their ego is in the way. And let me tell you what, a lot of those people went home with their dolls. I am sure of it. I saw the prices, and I even saw them slashing the prices. Was I looking for the videos? No, they just landed on my homepage. I honestly didn't even realize there was a show going on because I just do not care, because, from my understanding, that group is against that doll show. From my understanding, they are against all dolls. So they discriminate against you if you own dolls that are not
Or have friends
that own dolls that are not authentic. Which the so that's my understanding, but which the dolls being reproduced and sold, they are authentic on their own because from my understanding, nobody has protected their artwork, and so these people have legal rights to reproduce those dolls when you don't protect your artwork.
Well, not no one has protected.
Some of them have.
Most of them sounds like.
But like
seems like, but some have.
Yeah, like Natalie Scholl, and that's why you don't see her dolls being reproduced. Opto, yeah, that's why you don't see their dolls being reproduced because they have legal paperwork, and if they are reproduced and they file their legal paperwork, and it's removed off of the website like almost simultaneously. Right. So, yeah, so that's my understanding. So they're authentic on their own way, but they judge them, and so I don't support anything that has that nasty behavior. But that's the type of people you're dealing with there, so that is why their artwork is, I mean, it is overpriced. I mean, I get it that you determine your own value, but it's time to sit back and look at it and be like, is this quality versus money? No, I'm being egotistic, I'm arrogant, I see no flaws in my work, but yet my work isn't selling as fast as others. So, yeah, insane, but that's just, I have misplaced my pencil, but that is just the kind of people that are there.
I mean, if it's $1,800 for a Saskia and it truly looks like $1,800,
then heck yeah, I get it, because I've been there, spent that, but a lot of these artists, we know them and we see the art right there. Like,
but if it looks like it was just slapped on,
yeah,
took them maybe 2-3 days to make.
Yeah, like I saw this green doll that looked like, I mean, you just took a green highlighter and just colored it, you know, you just painted it. It wasn't anything special, but I mean, the price to me, I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit much for just some primary coloring going on here. But yeah, I mean, some of the prices, yes, are fair for their artwork, and some of the prices, no, they weren't. Okay, I found my pencil. I don't know how it ended up over there, but I swear I had it.
I would pay $1,800 for a Saskia, but I have to see the quality.
Yeah, like, if the yeah, because we have paid that. We've paid big money for dolls.
Yeah, we have paid for vinyl dolls, but these were prototypes. But we have paid over $2,000.
Yeah, I paid the most for one was $3,200.
Yeah, like Steph said, for the most part, they were disappointing and the photos were deceiving. That's why we are always so taking photos in natural daylight, making sure that what you see is what you get, because we know what it's like to get a doll and it looked nothing like the photos. And
we use natural daylight because we have a professional camera, and that camera captures other details in natural daylight. But if you are using a cell phone photo to take photos of your dolls, like, you're generally going to have to use daylight bulbs, because the natural daylight and a cell phone with the dolls, it doesn't capture their details. It really blurs them out. So whenever I take photos of my dolls, which is my cell phone, I use daylight bulbs. But yeah, the natural daylight with our professional camera, it shows all their details as we see them in person.
And this is why we paint with all the light. You guys see how bright this room is? Maybe not from Stephanie's camera, but we paint with so many lights on because we want to see the color of what we're creating.
That's only some of the lights.
So I'll tell you how many daylight bulbs we're trying to replicate in here, as if the sun was in here, as if we had all these windows and the sunlight was coming through. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 daylight bulbs in this little tiny area. So we could have the best lighting, so we could see our coloring as good as if we were to take it out in the daylight, if that makes any sense. So, and it's always been that way. We've always painted with so many daylight. And I remember at first we started off with just regular lights that are just up in the ceiling, that are in your room, like 1 or 2 light bulbs. And then I kept telling Steph, we need more light, we need more light, we need more light. She thought I was crazy. And then she started seeing the difference. I'm like, right, we need more light. And then at first, when we started putting these, you guys would see where the pacifiers are at, that if she shows higher up.
I showed it earlier.
It's 3. We have 3 ones and 5 ones. Anyway, at first they were lower to the ground, and I told Steph, we need to raise these up.
Raise the roof.
They need to be higher up because they're casting shadows. So that's why they're up on the table. Because they cast shadows if they're lower to the ground. So I don't even know how we got sidetracked to this. Oh, because we were talking about taking photos in daylight and how we paint this way. So,
yep.
Yeah, I'm just sharing.
That's exactly how it got here.
There's no way we could paint without all these lights on. It would just,
no.
You wouldn't be able to see the color and the details.
And then when you take it out in person, it's going to look different than what you're seeing inside. When you take it outside. So then you're like, oh my God, my lights are way off because this isn't how it looked inside. So like when you take my dolls outside, they look exactly like how I see them inside. But if you have yellow lights in your house, you will never see what we see in photos because the yellow lights will make your dolls look golden and yellow. So I always tell my collectors to get daylight bulbs because they will show your doll as to how I saw it when creating it. And they'll take the best photos with daylight bulbs. If you're using your cell phone. If you're using a professional camera, well then you know how to use the sunlight to get a nice photo.
Good night, Bonnie. Thank you for
joining
us.
Good night, Bonnie.
You were here for a while.
Yeah, we went on earlier today.
We'll catch you next time. I am missing my other mottling sponge.
Thank you, I love Charge.
Where did you run off? No, this is what you were dealing with the other day.
Yeah, I just be losing stuff all the time. Losing my mind. Like, where is it? Where did the time go?
What the? Aww.
What the son of a...
My gosh. Where is my mottling sponge?
Oh, where have you gone, mottling sponge? After this layer of hair, I will be done with the hair.
Come on. Where are you? Found it. It was behind a head, just like yours.
Ah, that's funny.
I did 3 layers of mottling. Now I'm going to do 3 more. That's what I'm at.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Question to you guys that are here in the live. This is gonna be very, very random. So you guys don't have any questions, I have a question for you guys. How many hours do you guys sleep at night?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out if we're sleeping too much or too little. I don't think we're sleeping too little. But like just on average, how many hours do you guys sleep at night and are you functional?
I want 12 hours to sleep.
I'm trying to get us to 8. Danesca says 8. Okay. JJ's Doll World, 8 to 10 hours.
Oh,
okay.
JJ, you're my kind of girl. On the 10-hour side.
Between 5 and 6, says Heather. Then I down a 300 milligram Monster Brew. Oh my gosh. That would give me heart palpitations.
Heather probably has heart palpitations. She's just ignoring it.
8 to 10 hours.
She's used to it, so she doesn't
Okay.
know what they are anymore.
I'm just like, I just want to get more done in my day. So I'm like, should we sleep like 6 hours?
Well, sometimes we just sit here looking at each other. We need to work more.
4 to 7 hours, says sugar honey iced tea. Depends if I get insomnia. Gizmo says she needs, hey Gizmo, she needs 10 to 12 hours, right? That's usually our case, but I'm like, gosh, then half the day is gone and I have so much I need to do.
Yeah, I'm like 12 hours. Let's just sleep all day.
Sugar honey iced tea says after 4 newborns, I have always slept less. 7 to 8 hours, says Melanie. Sleeps more on the weekends. Okay. So 7 to 8 seems to be like the average.
Well, how many did we sleep today?
Let's see. Well, I got up at 11, but we went to bed we went to bed relatively earlier last night. Although you guys are not gonna think it's early, but by 4 in the morning we were asleep.
Yeah, we're
At
normally.
least I passed out.
We're normally in bed by 7.
So that was like 7 hours of sleep for me, but you slept in a little bit longer because you said you had a harder time falling asleep.
Yeah, I probably had 7 hours.
So I'm trying to not sleep more than 7 hours so that I can get more done in my day. But
She wants to get us down to 5. I'm just saying. She said she saw a lady on TikTok who only eats fruit. She's been doing it for like 20 plus years. And she only sleeps
50 something years.
Yeah, she sleeps 3 hours a day, and the lady said we sleep too long. She said if you eat correctly, you will have so much energy. You will look so younger. She does look younger. And so, yeah, nope, now we got goals.
So, yeah.
The goal is to get to 3 hours. I don't know how that's going to work.
Not if we're, tired the next day and we can't function properly. Of course not, but,
But we'll see. I've done 3 layers of penciled hair on this doll. I'm done after this because it's just a basic art doll. So,
I mean, also, yeah. Anyway, 3 hours sounds a little crazy, but
right?
if we feel good, why not?
Why not? I can just stay up for days and then sleep for days.
I saw this AI alien video on TikTok, which I don't know if you guys been seeing all those AI videos on TikTok.
Yeah, they're crazy.
So realistic. Anyway, these AI aliens said that if humans slept less, they could get a lot of their life problems would be resolved if they just slept less and were more productive.
So AI.
I'm like, so now AI is telling me that I need to sleep less.
Yeah, and they laughed at us. So I mean, shit. I don't need the aliens laughing at me, even if they're AI. Now I gotta change my life.
You've always needed a lot of sleep, says Gizmo. I know I've always been the same way.
I've always needed 8 hours.
If I don't, I have headaches and I feel nauseous.
You want to know where you won't need a lot of sleep? So I've always needed 8 hours, but boy, when I joined the Marine Corps, you don't get 8 hours of sleep. And it's funny how when you're under a lot of stress, you feel just fine to get the heck out that bed.
There's all that adrenaline.
Yeah, like, oh God, I'm gonna die.
You have insomnia, lovely F. Davis? That's the kind of problem I need. Oh my gosh. Actually, I used to have that issue as a teenager. Had a really hard time falling asleep. Yeah, I don't like it at all, says lovely F. Davis. When you sleep less, you get twirly and crazy and joke so much. Says Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Well, that's better than being grouchy.
You get a butterfly heart, says Heather.
Yep.
It's just a quick quiver.
Heart palpitations.
No, she says she's got a valve that doesn't. She has heart issues. She says.
Oh, well, all the more reason for you to not be drinking those dang energy drinks. I swear you're lucky I don't live closer. I would be flicking you on the damn forehead right now. Oh my God, I swear. God, you're the worst. I'm sure you've told me this before, but I just don't remember. But I cannot believe you right now. I swear. If Utah wasn't just a little bit closer. Tomorrow, I'm going to need you to drive to Utah and flick her on the head. Right on the freaking forehead. My goodness. It just dawned on me that you're... What the hell, Heather? Son of a... Man, I swear, I'm taking away your moderator rights. Cannot have this irresponsibleness. I need you reliable. Like, I can't have you dropping freaking dead during the damn live. What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh. Now I got something to rant on about. I swear. If I'd have known that, I would have held your doll hostage. If I'd have paid attention, I'd have held the doll hostage more before I sent it home. And I'd be like, nope. Drop the addiction that's bad for you in many freaking ways. Especially because you got issues. You ain't normal in that area. Oh, I don't know what we're going to do with that. I don't know. I'm just so freaking
Some habits are
disappointed.
hard to break.
Yeah, especially ones that'll make it even worse for you and kill you in the real quick. Oh my gosh, Annie. Oh, now I just start thinking more and what you do on your breaks. Freaking cat. I can't no more. I'm so disappointed in you. Oh, and you used to drink more energy drinks than you do now. Good night, Cynthia. We're going to continue this discussion on Heather's ass. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. My party. Pardon me.
Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, this doll is painting so nicely since I figured out my issue with the paint.
You don't need to have more issues. You need to stop drinking the freaking Red Bulls. Okay, so this one has black hair. And this one has brown hair. I still have a bit of work to do on them. I gotta keep working with their lips, and I need to crease them. But I'm missing paints.
Oh, I know, Cynthia.
It's a freaking paint thief in this damn house, man.
I know. She says she hates to go.
Oh, we'll be back. We're always here. Tell your friends
But
about us.
we're going live more often, so we'll be back tomorrow. You can join us.
Just maybe. Just maybe we'll be back tomorrow. I just got dinner.
Cynthia said she gave up heart attack in a can a long time ago.
Yeah, you hear that, Heather?
I had to work with Steph too.
Hey, leave me out of this.
But it's been a while. She used to drink those energy drinks so she can
Get out of here.
So I was like, I'm pretty sure those are bad for you.
I used to drink those energy drinks so I could survive at work. I had one. I would start my day off with coffee. Then at lunchtime we'd have an energy drink. And then going home we'd have an energy drink. We're doing just fine. But yeah, I had to quit. You know, I had heart issues. I'd always feel my heart flutter. I went and seen a doctor and they're like, there's nothing wrong with your heart. So I didn't really have heart issues. But anyways. And I'm like, well, why do I keep feeling all these, like, fluttering things? And it's like, well, do you drink caffeine? And I said, I sure do. And they said, quit the coffee. And I said, do you want to get socked? That's a freaking threat. Tell me to quit the coffee. Anyway, so I was like, no. I said, if that feeling is from the coffee, you're crazy. I'm not quitting the coffee. I was born with a coffee bottle in my mouth. Like, come on, get over yourself, selfish doctor. Anyways, he didn't really like my view on it, but he understood my view and went along my merry little way. I even had to wear a monitor for like a week. This was all while I was on YouTube too. I'm sure I talked about it. Anyways,
that was like 10 years ago.
So that's life. And yeah, but I will say, as a mature adult nowadays, I do drink a lot less coffee. Like, I mean, I was the type of person that had a pot of coffee going all day long, and whether I drank half of it or all of it, I always had a pot of coffee going.
Yeah, you taught me those bad habits.
Well, you know who taught me those bad habits? My grandmother. So she just wasn't that responsible now, was
I
she?
never drank coffee till I met Steph.
Ooh, look at that. And so, yeah, I always had coffee. But no, I don't even have a coffee pot now. I have a coffee press. I rarely use it. I don't drink a lot of coffee anymore. I have like maybe one a day, not every day. Sometimes I can get on a kick and I'll have it every day, but I don't try not to. I do drink a lot of herbs and smoothies. I get it, fruit gives you energy, surprisingly. It does, but it's living food. It gives you energy. So I don't need as much coffee as I used to. Because I don't eat all the crappy food I used to. The processed food, the fast food. Yeah, we've been experimenting since we were in Kentucky, but I mean, you got to. But we're not anymore.
But like once a week, ever since I've been able to eat again, because I was having issues when we first got here. So ever since I've been able to eat again, that's how I lost all the weight. If anybody noticed.
Yeah.
We've been experimenting and trying new things around us because I mean we are in a new state for us. So, but we've been. Well, I mean, for the most part, we eat fruits and vegetables. But once a week, typically after my chiropractor's appointment, we're like, "Ooh, what are we gonna try today?"
Yeah. So, but we're not really driving very far right now because I talked to the mechanic that's got to do this repair on my car, and I went there to schedule the appointment. He said next week because he's really busy. But I was like, well, how safe is it to be driving with this issue? And he's like, well, it's loose, but I didn't feel like it was any, that it's going to break. It's just loose. He goes, but if it breaks, your tire is going to fold over. And I'm like, the what? So serious right now. Like, really? I've been driving this car like 30 minutes away on a reg lately. Like, and he told me about the repair last month. So, yeah. So, I'm sure my eyes look like I saw freaking deers in headlights because I was like, yeah, we're not driving the car anymore. So I said, okay, well, as soon as you have that available spot, can we get this scheduled? So he said next week. So, in the meantime, we're not really driving the car too far because if it breaks, well, we weren't going that fast. So it won't be that horrible, but yeah, so hopefully he'll like message me tomorrow and be like, bring in the car. I don't know, it'd be nice because it stresses me out, although he seems to think it's fine. I'm like, sounds scary, but that's where we are on that. Okay, so this little guy, I did some little details on the face. The mom on this one paid me a little bit extra to do some fine details on the face because this doll is going to be, it's a very special, not that all dolls are special, but this one is for somebody that lost a baby. So it's going to be a gift. What are you eating?
A piece of kale.
Oh, a piece of kale.
I was putting away the vegetables that I washed.
I see.
So then I grabbed a little piece of kale. I thought I was getting this way by.
I was just wondering what you were eating over there. What were you having?
A piece of kale.
That's all. That's all, folks. I will have some dolls available. I'm trying to have a few available at a time. They sell out pretty fast, so you're going to want to go to my website, register your email so you know when they're available, because we're going to send out an email letting everybody know that's waiting for one. I'm hoping I was going to have one available tomorrow, but I changed my mind. I don't know. I could change my mind again. Maybe Presley will be for sale, and I'll have that one for sale tomorrow. But
remember,
I need to seal the pencil. True. So, but the latest is gonna probably be like next Thursday. If we can't get all the dolls' photos done in one day, I'm hoping to have 4 or 5 dolls available. We just upload them all at once, and you guys get to like a little tiny, I don't know, little mini catalog shop for them. I've never have that many dolls at once available, so I thought it would be more fun that way. At least I'm thinking it would be fun, but hey, I don't know. So next Thursday, the latest. But there possibly could be one for sale tomorrow. I might sell Presley from my collection. She's super cute, but I just think I want a different doll. I don't know. I always go back and forth with that doll. I've done that since the moment I put her in my collection. Well, not the moment. It was soon after.
Not the moment, but soon after.
Not the moment, but soon after. So yeah, that's where I am on that. That's where I am. Now I need to bake this doll. So before I seal the black hair that I did, which is coming off on my hands, I will bake the doll so it kind of sets the pencil so it doesn't come off so easily when you varnish it. And then I'm gonna, after it's cooled, I'm gonna varnish it again. Well, I'll varnish it to seal the hair so it doesn't come off. Because as you see, it's been coming off on my hand. Because I was holding her head while I was doing other stuff. But yeah. So that's a little bit about me. What you gotta do when they come for you. Don't talk to me. Just kidding. You can talk to me all you want to, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful! What is that song called?
You're beautiful.
Nope, that's not it.
Oh.
This one's more of a rock.
I don't know. What are the other words?
Take. I don't know. You're beautiful. He's screaming it. Kind of. Not screaming. He's loud.
He's beautiful.
Yeah! Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know it. That's all I know because of TikTok. I don't listen to the radio.
Yeah, we're losers. We're not losers, we're winners. We're winners. Today I'm gonna be a winner. Tomorrow I'm gonna be a whiner. Enough about me though. What you gonna do? I should probably get up and walk because my booty be bootylicious. Actually, it's booty hurting. Ah! Yep, that's where I am now. Here we come, Dominoes.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I'm just playing around. Okay, we're gonna set you right back there. Little, oh, you know what? I see something I need to do. Little cutie. All right. All right. We did it.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to take a break now. I got so much I need to do. I need to pack up a doll to go home. If I go live, it might be way later, but we'll see. We'll see what the night brings.
A lot of you might be asleep.
Yep. Well, just stay up all night long. Wake up. Set an alarm. I don't know what time, but anyways. All right, guys. We'll be back soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Have a great night or day.